Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and it is the Long Island Film Expo, and I'm here to do many, many wonderful Zoom interviews with various filmmakers. Today's interview is going to be with Eddie Mcgee about his film, Bright Side. So let's take a look at this fascinating interview with filmmaker Eddie Mcgee.
Life goes on at the 23rd Annual Long Island International Film Expo, happening September 30th to October 8th, screening almost 200 independent films from around the world. Come to Samania Mall in Westbury, Friday, October 2nd and Saturday, October 3rd for our weekend drive-in films, or watch virtually all week long on the device of your choice. Receive full schedule and ticketing info, plus details on our closing night party with Catherine Narducci and Maurice Dubois at longislandfilm.com. And remember, things may happen, but life goes on.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and I am here with filmmaker and actor Eddie Mcgee, and he is showing his very, very special film at the Long Island Film Expo, and it's called The Bright Side of Things. So welcome to Cognac's Corner, and congratulations on showing your film at the Long Island Film Expo.
Thank you.
So tell me, darling, what was the inspiration for this film?
The Bright Side of Things was a film that I did with a young up-and-coming director named Andy Pollack with the American Film Institute with AFI out of Los Angeles.
I've heard of Andy Pollack. He's pretty well known. He's very well known.
He's a fantastic writer-director. Yeah, I'm excited to have worked with him last fall and have the film in Long Island's Film Expo this year. Also have another film called Confidant with Deborah Markowitz. She wrote and directed that as well with the lovely, lovely Eve Austin. So I'm happy to be a part of that one as well. It's also screening.
So now tell us the inspiration behind this film. What inspired you to make it?
I just was lucky enough to play the actor. To be an actor in both of these projects. I did not write them, direct them, or produce them. I was just an actor in both of these.
So you're just an actor. Well, we shouldn't just say just an actor. We should say you're more than just. You had a lot of collaboration, I'm sure, with the director.
Yeah, no, I was lucky to work with fantastic directors that were very open to ideas and suggestions, and yeah, I'm proud of both projects, and yeah.
So now, tell my audience the synopsis of this film.
The Brighter Side of Things is a film that takes place in Los Angeles about two guys from Long Island who moved to LA and got themselves blue-collar jobs and are just sick of being beat down by the system and their boss, and they decide to maybe do something about it. So Andy Pollack, being a Jersey guy, he gotten introduced to Paul McCarthy Boyington, who I co-star in with the picture, who's the lead in The Brighter Side of Things. And that's I think it's my 6th film working with Paul Boyington and my 2nd collaboration with the writer-director Andy Pollack. The other film that I have out, Confidant, with Deborah Markowitz, I'd met Debbie about 20 years ago through the Long Island filmmaking circuit here on Long Island. And I got to meet her, and we've always wanted to work together. And Debbie wrote this picture, and we shot it last December. Yeah, not even a year ago. We shot this picture at her house in one location, and we had the lovely Eve Austin playing my mom. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, you'd have to ask Debbie where she got her inspiration from, but it was from a dear friend of hers who had passed away not too long ago.
My goodness, Debbie has made so many movies. I can't even imagine. She's the next person I'm going to interview, which I've interviewed her many, many times, but
right.
She's made so many films, really.
She's a very hard worker, and I'm very happy to have worked with her and hopefully work with her again.
She really, really is. So now, how long have you been acting?
About 20 years.
20, that's a long time. That's a long, what made you want to become an actor?
I wanted to be an actor since I was a little kid, but I'd lost my leg to cancer when I was a kid. When I was 11 years old, I lost my left leg to bone cancer. And I didn't think that it would be possible for me to be an actor because there was nobody in mainstream film or television for me to look up to, aspire to be. If you're Black or Latino or gay or lesbian, there's somebody in film or television that you can look up to, that you can identify with. Where being disabled, there was nobody on a sitcom or, you know, seeing in feature films that with one arm or one leg or paralyzed or, you know, with a disability that I could look up and aspire to be. Mm-hmm. So I started getting into possibly maybe becoming a DJ on, let's say, WBAB or something here on Long Island. So when I was playing wheelchair basketball as a young man, I got a full scholarship to the University of Texas in Arlington for wheelchair basketball, where I was a broadcasting major and a theater minor. And shortly after college, after doing a couple of short films in college, I started working for CBS at 21 and then came back here to the island and worked on a couple of films here and got an agent and then moved to Los Angeles about 15 years ago.
And the ball started rolling.
Yeah, everything, you know, one audition led to another. You know, I was getting, you know, one audition every other month or something like that, and it just started getting progressively more and more and more and more. So I've been very fortunate.
So now, that must have been quite devastating as a little boy. How old were you? Like 11 years old when you got this phone?
Yeah, gonna be 30 years this year.
Robert, is it one of the Kennedys, the son? I think.
Yes.
Who was it? Robert Kennedy's son?
It was Ted Kennedy's son.
And that's right, Ted Kennedy's son. He also, I think he was about the same age as you when he got the bone cancer.
Yep.
You wonder how you even get something like that.
Who knows? It is what it is, and you just
it's so bizarre. I mean, here you are, a young boy, and you got this, and nobody really understands how you get these things. I've also gotten cancer. I got breast cancer.
Okay.
But that's, you know, I think it's because we live on Long Island. I have no idea, but this is what the doctor told me. We have a high of cancer.
Very irate.
You know, but I said I had a very positive outlook about it. I said, you know what? Take them both off.
Good.
And make them bigger.
Atta girl. Atta girl.
So
look, you're here.
Now they look really good. So anyway.
Well, you're here. I'm here. It's fantastic.
And you're here. Well, I'm here and you're here, and we're talking about movies and we're talking about films. And now you won. I think Deborah told me that you received an award for Big Brother.
Something like that. Yeah.
Tell my audience the story behind that.
Okay, so Big Brother is a reality show on CBS. Still going on. This is its 20th year. I was on the first season of it back in 2000. And it's basically where they take 10 strangers and they sequester them in a house. And after a 3-month sequester and, you know, being locked up in this house, they nominate each other to get picked off and kicked off and all this stuff. But at the end of the 3 months, there's first, second, and third place winner. First place is 500,000, then it's 100,000 and 50,000, I think. And I won my season back in 2000. So
how did you get this? How did that? Tell us the story behind how you got this part.
I was going to school in Arlington, Texas. I was at university when I saw a late night TV commercial for, you know, auditions for the show. So I drove over to the CBS station. I picked up a pamphlet, you know, a questionnaire, and filled it all out and sent in a 2-minute video. And 2 weeks later, they called me in for a second interview, face-to-face with producers. And then I came back to New York, and I was in New York about a week after college had ended for that summer, that year. And I was home for summer break when they said, you know, you're one of the top 60 people we're interviewing for this show in Los Angeles.
Wow.
So they flew me out to LA, and I met with producers.
Do you think that being disabled helped you get that role?
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely, you know, I'm different than a lot of other people out there. But I think it was more my New York attitude and being 21 and filled with piss and vinegar that probably helped me more than anything.
We don't take shit here in New York.
Not.
Now, let me ask you something. Because you are disabled, do you have like a prosthesis? Do you have like a leg?
No, I just use a pair of crutches. That's how I get around. Works for me. So
that's how you do it.
Yeah, just walk around with a pair of crutches. I'm more comfortable that way. I think to each their own. Some people prefer to use a prosthetic. Some amputees prefer crutches. Some amputees prefer wheelchairs. All comes down to a comfort level. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever helps you get through the day and you be you, do it. So,
what advice would you give somebody like yourself that is disabled? What advice would you give another young person or anybody that wants to be an actor that is disabled in any capacity?
Yeah, mainly just stick with it, you know, hone in on your craft, take the classes, you know, watch seminars, and you know, just surround yourself with good creative people. And you know, nowadays with today's technology, when I started, there was no digital age. It was all Super 16 or 35 millimeter, and you know, it cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to make shorts that you see now that can be shot on your phone. So start creating your own content. Start creating your own.
I hear this all the time.
Characters. So just, you know, hang in there, patience. But you know, as a disabled community, we will be represented in film and television hopefully sooner rather than later. So yeah, I'm real lucky. Actually, I'm working with this guy, Paul Hoff. I've worked with him for about 15 years now. We have this great YouTube channel with over 300,000 subscribers where I narrate a bunch of these stories for him. He writes all this original.
Oh, wow. I like that. Tell me more about that. That's
it's called Don't Turn Around is our channel on YouTube. So it's a great little channel where our target audience is about 10 to 14 in that whole tweener age right there. So Paul Hoff is very much like the R.L. Stein of YouTube. He's a great, you know, he has great original stories that he writes, and then I narrate them. And one of the big series that we have is actually called the Creepy School Bus series, and it's fantastic. And it's just
Creepy School Bus.
Yeah, baby.
Tell me about that. I want to hear about.
So Paul created this this amazing. It's actually a text story. So when you click on the link and you're watching the story unfold, you're actually seeing a text message between 2, 3, 4, 5 kids on a chain, and the story unfolds that way. So it's great too, because it's also helping kids to, you know, to read. They're actually watching a 7-minute short story unfold before their eyes while they're reading the text. So it encourages them to read and you know, up their reading skills, which is fantastic, which is super cool. So yes, so we're super excited about maybe pushing that forward later this year as well. So.
Was it difficult to grow that channel? I mean, is he technical that he knew how to grow that?
Yeah,
that's a big obstacle with people, to grow their channel, to get more people to view their content.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what are the challenges with that?
That's more of a Paul Hoff question. He's in charge of that. But yeah, no, Paul's absolutely fantastic with that. And yeah, through years and through persistence, you know, we were constantly churning out new material. Some of it stuck, some of it didn't. But you know, he created this fantastic character for me in the series. I play this FBI agent named Warren. So yeah, I'm super excited about what that has to hold in 2021. Yeah. So. And then yeah, I'm super excited. I also have a pilot that I shot 2 years ago with my buddy Alex, and we actually screened at the Long Island Film Expo there last year. And super proud that we're slowly moving forward on possibly going into production maybe in 2021 with that pilot with the famous George Wendt, who played Norm on Cheers. He's one of our cast members, and an absolute delight to work with.
You are a busy guy.
A little bit, yeah.
A lot of things going on, a lot. Now, let me ask you something. You were on reality TV.
Yeah.
Do you like that experience of being on reality TV, or a lot of actors don't like reality TV because it's not challenging. It's not, I mean, you're not really, are you acting? That's what I want to know. Are you acting?
Well, this was 20 years ago. No, there was no acting for me on it. I was, it was me with 9 other strangers locked in a house on a studio lot in Los Angeles. And at the end of 3 months, one of us is going to walk away with $500,000. Now, I didn't know
Wow.
anybody in that house, and I didn't care for anybody in that house, because if you stand between me and taking that money back to my family and back to Long Island, I'll cut your throat. So I was kind of vocal about that, and I was very upfront with it. I don't know you, you don't know me. This is a game. We're playing it. I didn't come here to make friends. I have better things to do with my 21st summer alive than to be locked in a house with you guys. So stay out of my way.
So did you win?
Yes, I did.
You did win.
Yep.
Well, congratulations. Would you ever do reality TV again?
Absolutely not.
Tell my audience why.
It's just, you know, I've been an actor for 20 years now, and to go back to reality TV, I'm not knocking it. I don't think it's a bad thing. It was great to help me start my career and get to where I am today, but I would not go back to it. No. Not at all.
I think it's for lazy people that don't really want to act, or they just want to be famous. What do you think?
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
When I did it 20 years ago, there was no reality TV. The only 2 reality TV shows in existence was The Real World on MTV and Cops. Those were the only 2 reality TV shows. Survivor had come out like a month before. So Survivor had come out, and then I came out with Big Brother a month later. So there was no reality TV when I did this 20 years ago.
I will tell you, I have been on reality TV, but I've been like background on reality TV because I'm a big fan of the Real Housewives.
Okay.
Right? So anyway, but I've seen them film these things, and I went one time. I was invited to one of their filming. They were having a party. They were filming. So
Right.
I was trying to do interviews like I'm doing with you. And because back in the day, before the pandemic, I would run with the camera and the microphone and interview everybody on the red carpet. So, but now, of course, I can't do that because there is no red carpet and there's no events. I usually go to big galas, big charity galas, or award ceremonies like the International Emmy Award, all of that. But there isn't anything now. But this was a few years ago. I went to a party where they were filming Real Housewives, and I put the mic. I was trying to get the interviews with these people. Now these people know me, but the filmmaker who was making it, the director, said, "Get out! I'm trying to film this." But I noticed there was no script, but they were telling them what to do. They were telling them what to say and how to act.
Yeah.
And it was almost like they were acting. It was like not real. It wasn't really real. They said, all right, we want you to have a fight with this person, or yell at them, and I'm watching and I'm listening, and I said, I like the Countess. So I don't know if you watch the show, you probably don't. But anyway, I said to her, please, I says, let me do an interview with you. She goes, my love, I can't. I have to listen to the director. So that was, so there you go. So that's reality TV now. It's not really real. It's not real,
Right.
So
I don't watch enough of it. I don't watch enough of it. No.
Now
so.
let me tell you something. You remind me, when I look at your face, I don't know if other people tell you this. You remind me of the actor that was on the Brady Bunch. Greg.
Thank you, I think.
Has anybody ever told you that?
Nah, but thank you. I appreciate that. I'm flattered.
Yeah, no, you look like him.
Handsome, very handsome, Greg.
Yeah, so you're a fan of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you do. You look a little bit like him. I'm surprised nobody's ever told you that.
No, but thank you, though. I'm flattered. Thank you.
Okay, so now my next question is,
yes, dear.
Your films that are going to be shown at the Long Island Film Show. Tell my audience all the films that we're going to see again. I want my audience to know all of the films that you are showing.
The 2 films that I have in the Long Island Festival this year is Confidant with lovely Deborah Markowitz, who's the writer-director, Long Island girl I've known for 20 years that I've been doing this.
Right.
Fantastic. So that's out. That's about a 6-minute short film. So that's in a short film, short block. And then another film, it's about 18 minutes long. It's called The Brighter Side of Things with the American Film Institute. And the writer-director of that is a guy by the name of Andy Pollack. And it stars myself and Paul McCarthy Boyington. So
fabulous. Now, the one that's 8, do they both have trailers or just the one?
I believe they both have trailers, yeah. And
they do have trailers.
Yeah, I believe there's trailers for both of them. So, yeah.
Okay, and then you're also working on the pilot.
Yeah, so the pilot, I shot this bar show. It's called Eddie's. It's about me in Los Angeles owning a bar in Venice. It's very fish out of water. And we shot that last year, and we shot that 2 years ago, and we actually screened last year at the Long Island Festival. So
you think
cool.
That's going to be on TV? You're hoping it'll be
Yeah, fingers crossed. We're slowly moving forward with it right now with the production company, and with any luck, we'll be filming early in 2021. So we'll see.
I hope you get it. As we say in show business, break a leg.
Break a leg, baby.
Yes, break a leg. Now,
thank you.
Was it a challenge to do this this film that you did?
Yeah, both of these films are very, very different, and they were challenging. They were great. You know, they were great characters. I got to play two totally very, very, very different characters. But yeah, I was just real lucky to have great guidance and direction from the directors. They were fantastic. Both Andy and Debbie were just amazing. So yeah.
As an actor, what is the most challenging thing about being an actor?
For me, it's doing the whole creative background of that character. Where were you born? How was your childhood growing up? Did you have any brothers and sisters? Did you have a good childhood? Did you ever do a bad childhood? Like the whole work and going into building the character, that I find most challenging and probably the most fun. Where you get to be super creative, and you get to, after reading the script a few times and breaking down the character, all the little nuances that make that person up, that make that character up. You get to be fun and creative with that, which is challenging, but to me also the most fun.
Who do you look up to as an actor? Who inspires you to be a wonderful actor? Is there one movie star out there that you really love his work?
I'm a big fan of Clint Eastwood. I've loved all of his earlier acting career, and then his, all of his stuff that he, directs.
Do you know that my husband loves him too?
Wow, look at that.
Clint Eastwood, he loves Clint Eastwood, loves him.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood's definitely a hero of mine. Love to work with him one day. The Farrelly brothers are fantastic writer-directors, and they work with a lot of disabled actors. I look up to them. They're pretty. They do a lot of really good work. Yeah, just a couple of guys out there. But
my husband said to me, "Why can't you get us invited to a red carpet where Clint Eastwood is the filmmaker, the actor?
You gotta get him.
You have to reach out to Clint Eastwood. You have to reach out to him. You have to write something and put him in the movie."
Oh, okay, all right.
You have to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to inspire you to do that.
Inspired.
You should do that, really. He is your favorite actor.
He is, yeah.
You should write something get somebody to help you with this and make him be part of that movie. Maybe he'll do it.
Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe.
You never know. So, my darling, tell my audience.
Yes.
My last question.
Go ahead.
Tell my audience, where can we go to learn more information about you and your work?
Okay. Well, first off, you can go find me on the YouTube channel Don't Turn Around, or don'tturnaround.com. You'll find my
narrator. You're the narrator.
Yeah, I'm a narrator there. Yeah, I do voiceover narration there for the original stories that Paul Hoff writes. Or you can go to Instagram. I'm over on Instagram at Eddie of New York. That's EDDIEOFNY, and you can follow my stuff there. Yeah, that's pretty much where you'll get me. But yeah, thank you again for having me today. I greatly appreciate you taking the time. Happy Monday. Have a great week.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you so much.
Are you tired of being tired? Or are there a lot more things you want to do in your life? No. Somebody stole your AC?
Ripped it right out of a fucking window. You ever used one of these before? No.
Why couldn't you play ball in the first place?
Oh, don't blame this on me, man.
You've been nothing but a sorry sack of shit all fucking night.
Hello, Bobby. Are you happy with your life?
Life goes on at the 23rd Annual Long Island International Film Expo, happening September 30th to October 8th, screening almost 200 independent films from around the world. Come to Samania Mall in Westbury, Friday, October 2nd and Saturday, October 3rd for our weekend drive-in films, or watch virtually all week long on the device of your choice. Receive full schedule and ticketing info, plus details on our closing night party with Catherine Narducci and Maurice Dubois at longislandfilm.com. And remember, things may happen, but life goes on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And as we say in show business, no pun intended, break a leg.
Break
right?
a leg. Got it.
Okay, darling. Thank you again. I wish I was there to give you a big pink champagne kiss.
Mwah. Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more Zoom interviews coming up. Pink champagne kisses.
Well, I hope you liked my interview with Eddie Mcgee. I certainly did. And please, darlings, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My channel is all about Zoom celebrity interviews, and also it's all about pretty pink girly hauls, shopping hauls with pretty pink fashions and home decor. Keep watching. More Zoom interviews coming up and more exciting shopping hauls. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines, drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. This has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.